What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, sorry for the lack of content last couple of days. As you can see, I'm out of my usual place that I record, traveling, enjoying the final days of summer, and I hope you are too. And I have some really good news, because we finally have some hard data about new players coming into the game, or maybe older players returning and coming in. And that is the wild season passes, the wild season permits, I should say. The purchases for those have actually gone up this season versus last season. In fact, it's higher this season than it was the last two seasons, and we're even closing in on where we were at in season number 2. So what am I looking at here? Actually, let me zoom in a little bit for folks so you don't ruin your eyes. But you can see here that we are over 3,200 passes or permits sold for this season, I should say, not this month, the one starting on August 15th. As in contrast, right, you can see we were at 3162 the season before, and 2 seasons ago we were at 3179. So to me, this is, again, cold, hard data that more accounts are logging in. Now, we can take the cynical view, right? We can take the cynical view and say, maybe it's more botted accounts coming online, the rise in the price of SPS, the lower value of vouchers, maybe made it so that people could come in and essentially get in super cheap, right, this season, and so therefore more accounts were turned on, right? You can look at it that way, absolutely. But at the end of the day, whatever has happened, right, and again, quantifiable data, SPS has gone up, therefore and then kind of following that is the number of wild season permit purchases has gone up too. All of that is real. All of that is actually happening at this time, and you can see the incentives kind of aligning in that way. Now, here's the thing. The caveat to all of this is that I do expect us to still fall off a cliff at the end of the season, because the wild season permit will no longer be able to be purchased with vouchers, right? And that's going to be a significant difference. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but vouchers were like 80% down at one point, and they're still like over 60-70% down from their excuse me, from their like intended peg value, versus DEC, which is only about 30% down from the intended peg value. So right, if it's supposed to be $2 roughly for the wild season permit, you're looking at a significant difference in that. And if I'm doing it off the top of my head, it's like $1.40 with DEC to, I don't know, let's just say like 50-60 cents, right? Somewhere around there. So in terms of the ROI, we'll have to wait and see how all of that shakes out. But keep in mind, the other change that is happening is that vouchers will no longer be able to be used for energy. And while that's not necessarily going to impact the wild season pass directly, I think it'll still be a good shift overall for the ecosystem, as we might see SPS rewards start to increase. And I'll do a separate video on that, kind of covering this as we get closer to the end of the season. But I just wanted to share with you guys where we're at right now. We still have a couple of days left, right? I think there's like 3-4 days left in the season as of the recording of this video. And we always see just, a couple accounts here and there still trickling even towards the end. So to me, I'm going to take this as a very positive sign, because yes, we're not at a point where SPS is skyrocketing. We're having a bunch of players come in, but what this is showing is, again, my thesis that at the end of the day, SPS is the thing that drives everything. If we get SPS to start going up, whether that's speculation, whether that's flywheel, whether that's new players, any of that, if SPS starts to go up, people start to do their calculations. They're min-maxing their ROI, and they look at the opportunity, and they will come in to Splinterlands. And we can really quantify that more so on the wild season pass side, just because I've been tracking it here. Although I'm curious to see what that would look like if somebody's been tracking, how many players are playing in Modern, because that's where new players would technically go. I think a lot of this might be older players coming back in, and again, that's all anecdotal evidence, things that I've seen on Reddit, things that I've seen on Twitter or within Discord. But you're seeing that play out in the actual numbers, right? The quantifiable data, not the anecdotal data, but the quantifiable data, where now for the first time we are seeing the numbers go up in terms of people willing to purchase a permit to play in the wild format. So again, I'm going to take this as a positive sign, because as we hopefully go through what we're all expecting to be a fun bull run that follows the 4-year cycle, if SPS starts to go up for any reason, we could start to see more people coming in. And if they're playing in wild and choosing to play in wild, right, we will be able to track that, quantify that, and just know that they are burning DEC, right? They're burning, hopefully, what ends up becoming significant amounts of DEC. And if we don't end up tracking that, but we can see it on the other side, maybe they go into modern, right? But they're buying up cards, they're starting to play, right? Maybe paying for energy. Who knows how all that's going to play out? But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.